Hey everybody, it's JP, there's Atlantine, and we are checking some more cards. Hi! What do you think about Stitch?
Hi. Uh, he's okay. I don't like him. I think he's terrible. I mean,
Well, it's very cheap Stitch, at least. It's very cheap Stitch.
yeah, it's got the Stitch keyword, which when we were looking at the Lilo before, maybe there's something about that. But
No, it's
I
not good.
think,
Let's move on. And everybody, welcome to the episode. And as you can see, we finally figure out some audio issues. So now it's better. And now let's see if there is something good. I will just quickly move. Is this one good? It has a lot of text. For
yeah, give me one
each
second to
item.
read it.
Okay. For each item card in your discard.
No, it's
So
terrible.
it's cheaper. Yeah, I want to play
It's
this
awful.
character. Of your deck, if you do deal free damage to chosen. Oh my god, this is so awful.
Yeah,
This one actually has something absolutely amazing, and I have to talk about it if you have the same issue. Every green card, like few sets ago, everything that had do something, damage something, give reckless to character. The green cards had give damage character, yada yada yada, and for some reason my mind completely skipped the damage part. And it's not just me, everybody in my locals and stuff like that, when we were playing pre-release with shit cards, like everything that had written do something to a damage character, like our brain just skipped that part and never saw it. Do you have it as well?
no, I read this as it is.
No, but the reason why I'm talking about this is because this one actually doesn't have the already damaged part of
Yeah,
the card.
which
So this,
which definitely makes it a better green card, but it's 5 cost, unlinkable, 3/2, terrible stats. Quest for three questing is actually quite decent. But wait,
no,
there, turn.
it's bad. It's just funny because there was like the card, like this card can challenge damage ready characters, and for some reason everybody I know just skipped the damage part. So this one is like the first card that actually does something, and the character does not have to be damaged, but it's
He's,
bad.
he's just
So
he's just a sneaky dragon. He's even getting past you.
yeah, let's let's just go. Snowball fight, freeze the vine, snow powder, Rakitista. We've seen all this one. Yeah, we ended the episode on this guy. So it's 7 cost. Boost 1. This gets +1 damage for each card under him. Actually irrelevant for this card. When
Okay,
this
so
character, yeah, go ahead.
let's break this card down a little bit more. Right, so there's a couple of ways that you can play this character. You can either play in the vanilla stats of the earth and then play something like the new action that gives the character +5 attack. Okay, so if you're doing that, you've spent 2 cards to board wipe. What deck gets to board wipe for 2 cards? Green, blue. They do it more consistently, and they don't have to use terrible cards to achieve it. Okay, so that's that comparison. The second comparison is that you use the boost mechanic to do it. And if you're using the boost mechanic, hey, guess what? All of those cards that have gone underneath the character are now going to your discard because there's no way to take them from underneath him and put it into your hand. Great. So you've set up a card that takes multiple turns to pay off. He quests for 3, fine. It's not really what you care about in a deck like anything that really has red because you're looking more for the control. Unless you're in red purple and you're going in the aggro shell, in which case you're not paying something that's 7 cost. The card is terrible, and I will never see anybody make use of this.
There is actually like one card that I like with this one, and it's the give a character +5, and it will be banished at the end of your turn. So we will just play this, just bump it +5, and just nuke everything, and that's it. So that's a 2 card combo, but it's expensive, uninkable. It can quest, sure. If you are like in control matchup and everything is clear out, this can quest, but I don't like it. It's bad. It's legendary. It will be like €5. No, it will be like
The
€20, and then it will be like €5.
the only way that this card is going to see play as if we get a lot of good locations and we build like a red purple location deck where you want to do that 2 card combo where you blow the board up after he's quested or something. So he's quested for 3, you've removed the board, and you still have the locations to take you over when you go into your turn. In that very niche scenario, this card is good. But every other case, I can't see it being playable.
So, have you play Ruby Amethyst in like set 4, the Bucky era?
Yeah,
I
I've
think
played
you.
nothing but Ruby. I was a Ruby
Oh,
Amethyst player since set 1.
okay,
It's
okay,
only
okay,
it's
okay.
only recently since the rotation that I've not been able to play it.
So when we are talking about the board wipe, what I found really interesting is that the classic combo that you caught like newer players is like when they play the board wipe, then you play the locations. Not
Yeah,
like you
it
play
was.
the board wipe and you play the locations.
So it's a little bit different than that now because I don't see locations getting played a lot in a lot of different decks. Like obviously anybody that played Red Purple during set 4 knows that it was a very popular deck. And yeah, the Be Prepared wars were amazing. I really enjoyed them. I really enjoyed just playing 2 castles after they wipe your board and
Yeah.
going, okay, well
Yeah.
now I'm winning the game. But I don't think we'll see that in core constructed, primarily because the good locations just don't exist at the minute.
There is like nothing, right? There is a library which is pretty old, and from the new ones, I didn't see anything. But this is something very exciting. Is it? Is it? Do you like it? I love it. I absolutely love it. Look at it. It's Jolly Donald Duck. Now, why it might be so exciting to me? What do you think?
Because it has the shift target.
Yeah, yeah, because it has all the shift target. I mean, it will not be good. But maybe, maybe we will see like the 4 cost Donald because red green. It was like everybody was hype about it. Oh, I'm gonna swing some power lines shenanigans and stuff like that. What the deck doesn't have? It doesn't have a card draw. And here you might be like, I'm gonna shift my Donald on turn 2 when you cannot really deal with it, and I'm gonna draw my cards. Nah, probably no. Okay. This one is great. Go ahead. You love this one. Do you? I hope
So
so.
I I do and I don't. Um, I think this card is really, really good, but I think it actually excels better in Infinity than it does in Core Constructed. And the reason I think that is because we still have really good cards, like the locations in Infinity that people can play, whereas this just turns around and goes,
Mm.
no, you don't. It's
Mm-hmm.
gone. It doesn't exist. This can take out a castle or a library by itself.
Right, right.
When we're looking at core constructed as in after rotation, the reason why we were playing things like Maui is because they were really good ways to establish control very quickly and put us into a position where we could board wipe. At the minute, red purple doesn't really have access to anything like that. So if you're using this just to challenge, it's like taking one thing off. And then probably depending what it's hitting into, because the strength across everything has gone up, it'll take like 1 or 2 things off. Against aggro, it's too slow because you don't have the board wipe. So playing this on 6 and taking one thing off that late in the game isn't good enough, in my opinion. And in like more controlling tempo orient lists, I think there are better things like Horseman, for example. I'd
Mm-hmm.
rather play Horseman
Definitely.
the turn earlier and take something off in those matchups than use this and take something out when it's already exerted. Is the card bad? No, I'm not saying that. It has its uses. I can definitely see this being like a 2 of in a red purple list, especially if we move away from the evasive package as a whole in the metagame and go towards like lower on the floor. But I don't think it's as good as everyone thinks it is.
I agree. I would just add there that the attack is really high, and
Hmm.
there might be some synergy with the high attack things. Like it's not anything amazing, but maybe someday, somewhere.
It
But
takes out Monstro
it's a
by
good
itself,
card,
doesn't
right?
it? Yeah.
Yes. Monstro is
Yeah.
6/8, I think.
Yeah. So it takes out everything in the metagame, which is really nice. I just playing so when you have to evaluate a card like this, if you're this really has to 2 for 1 for it to be good. And that's what MAUI was so good because back then a 6/5 was really overstated when everything was
Mm.
like a 3/3 or a 2/3 or something like that. Um, and this probably will do that. It probably will take out two cards, but it's like it can't
I
grasp
like
it.
it actually in red blue. If red blue will come back, it will play this one. I think because it's like with the ramp, and if you maybe play Cindy, you can go like 2 4 6 to this, and it's
Mm.
a stabilization tool.
Well,
So
I've just had a thought. How do you think it works in like red yellow? Because you play this, challenge into something, take like 4 damage on it. Saying Ohana
wait.
means family.
Just a second. Sorry. What is red yellow? No, but
Amber Ruby.
it's not playable deck right now, of course, right?
But it could potentially be, right? Because they're getting so much card draw in forms of like the Stitch and stuff. So if you play this and you've got a Stinger on the field,
Okay.
this smacks into something that has 4 attack, which there are a lot of characters in the metagame at the minute that have 4 attack.
And then you heal
It
it, right?
survives, and you heal it with a Hana Means family, and draw 4 cards.
Is the Ohana song or no?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
I mean, that seems pretty good.
It it is good, but you don't have a ramp in the deck, so it's probably on the 6 mana you have
Hmm.
like 1 or 2 cards in hand. So
You do because you're playing yellow, so you can play things like Lantern and Pluto, which aren't perfect, but
right. So with Lantern, you play this on turn 5, and
as
then you
early
have
as turn 4 if you get the setup correct.
Okay, cool. Like I definitely think that this card will be good in decks that can cheat it out, even with the ramp or just make it less expensive. There is also the song. It um it lowers the cost by 2, right? So you can play this on 4. So you played it on 3, you play like whatever that can sing it, and then you play
So
this
if you
on
went
4. Then it's amazing.
if
I would like
if
like
you
it.
go if you go Angel on turn 1, Lantern on turn 2, you can play this as early as turn 3.
Hmm. That's really good. On turn 3,
Yeah,
this is amazing.
because nothing's taking this out in turn 3, and then once it like takes the thing out, readies up, and then again we have that avenue for Ohana to remove the damage. Yellow is very good at removing damage. This could open up a very weird control aspect of yellow red that people might be looking at. I don't know.
Okay,
I
cool.
think I might test it and see what it's at. I don't know quite where I fall now that I've been thinking about it a bit.
I think we actually like had some pretty good ideas, and yeah, this will be good. I think really good. What about this Mulan? What do you think? You play it for very cheap, right? If you have a character in play with damage, you play it for free. If you have a character in play with 5 or more, you play it for 2. So you play like Mulan, then what? You boost the Mulan with something, and then you played it. If
I
it
don't
was
hate
a,
it.
if there was a way to play it on 2 with all the checkboxes marked, so no, I don't think there is a way to play it on 2.
I don't hate it. Um, it's it's Mulan, so it does have shift targets, which is relevant. It's a princess and a hero, which are very important keywords, especially in Brad, because you have access to the Hercules and stuff. So this allows, I think having it as a 4/3 instead of a 3/4 is both a blessing and a curse because with a willpower of 3, it means that it's open to Captain Hooks and Rafikis and Black Herons and stuff. But at 4 attack, it removes most of the things in the game that aren't 5 cost or higher. Um,
Cool.
I do think this card has potential.
It's definitely um, interesting tempo play. If you have the deck well built, that you get to the situation when both of the conditions are met, then for 2 and just playing your other cards, that's all good, that's amazing, but you also have to figure out the draw. And with the card like this being in red, I'm really afraid of the card draw. But if you are like playing it in uh what's the name? Red
As-
purple, there is the card
yeah.
draw, and it was in the end it was very good like mid-range deck. So yeah, I can see it paired with purple if you have the draw and you can.
I mean, it's a quest for two, right? That's a very important thing that we have to look at.
Mm,
The fact that it quests for two, you can go like the red purple at the minute wants to go turn one something, turn two Diablo, turn three, usually Sisu. When you get to turn four, you have the ability to like challenge your Diablo into something. Or if you play, let's reverse back a little bit. Let's say you play Lumiere on two and Sisu on three, and then you challenge with the Sisu. Okay, well Sisu now has the ability, potentially depending on how many cards are in the hand and the
mm.
Lumiere trigger, to be at 5 attack. She takes damage from the challenge. You can now play this for two. If you have two of them in the hands, you can play both of them for two.
Yeah, the Sisu is a very good point because she can check out the damage box very early. I like it with Sisu. I like it. And look, it's MAUI and it's unincable and it quests for two and it has rush. I don't understand the combination of high value lore with rush characters. No. Okay.
This needed this needed to be at 4/4 and not uninkable and stuff.
This one is new, evasive, it's unincable. No, why? Let's move on. While you have a queen character, no, it's like what 5/4. Why?
Well, that character, so if you have a queen in, it becomes a 5 cost. We've just talked about it's very difficult to get something that has 5 strength. This gives itself 5 strength if you have a queen in play, which also has the hero tag, which in Ruby, it's not difficult to find things for queen. We've been seeing a lot of Elsas released, like the red Elsas that make locations cheaper and can
No,
shift and exert things.
I don't like it. I just don't like it. But
No,
sure. It's okay. It can be beefy, but it has to be queen. If it was a princess and queen or queen, but
so I think
just
that's
queen.
specifically targeting the Elsa, basically, there
Yeah,
in
right.
Ruby specifically.
Right, the Elsa that works with locations and the locations that are unplayable.
Yeah,
Got it.
those ones.
Negaduck, so he shifts for free and can shift on this one, okay? Sticky Fingers, whenever this character challenges another character, you gain and they lose one lore. It's big,
So
it's
this
inkable.
this reminds me of the Aladdin from set one. Did you ever
Oh,
play during set one?
yeah, I remember. And you wanted. No, it wasn't the Aladdin. What you wanted to play? The first
It
time
was
we played together, you tested something like Jasmine that stole a lore or something like that?
yeah.
Yes, I do remember.
I I have always liked this mechanic from an idea. So in other games, it would be lifesteal, the equivalent of
Right, right.
lifesteal or lifestrike. Um, I've always wanted to make mechanics like this work because just taking lore of people, so many decks are designed to get to the lore that they get to on a very particular turn and curve. And once you start stealing that off them, they lose all momentum and got out to the end. However, every time I have tried to make a mechanic like this work, it has fallen down and there's just something better that works. And I don't think this is the exception. I don't
Yeah.
think the ability to challenge, gain one lore, and your opponent lose one lore is good enough for a card that is a 2-card combo. I mean, the stats are pretty decent. This coming down on turn 3, removing something is like nice. I'm not gonna say it's not, and I will definitely be testing it because I want it to work. But it's never done it in the past, and I don't see why that would change now.
So you talk about the set one Aladdin. You mean the 5/5, the big one, right?
Yeah, so when that challenged, you gained 2
Yeah.
lore and your opponent lost 2 lore, or was
So
it lost
when
1?
when I was starting with Lorcana, I absolutely loved the card, and I thought it's the best card in the game. And like we have some opinions that change as we grow as a players and our understanding deepens. but I still think that card was absolutely cracked. Like to this day I still think it was the most underrated card from early Lorcana. Like I absolutely love the
So,
cards today.
so we saw a lot of it in set one, and then as soon as set two came out, because the bounce mechanic exists, we basically saw him fall off the planet because he didn't have the avenue to challenge. The ability to give him rush became more clunky because we weren't running the. I can't remember if it was a mirror or there was something that gave him rush that was an item, but it was unequal and
Okay.
we weren't running it anymore. Uh, and it's kind of the same here, but this has shift. And so I guess this
This
is
is the
why I'm
pseudo
kind
rush.
of excited about it,
Right.
because the two cost character by itself is not bad. A 4/2 for two, I'm happy to play.
Right, it's big. And actually, if you remember, the champion of Bologna last year won with green blue deck where he played 4-2 reckless whatever, whoever. But it's still, it was 4-2, so it's big enough to trade into daisies and into everything.
Hmm.
And it can actually be played in red blue when all you want is to stabilize and to start playing your
And
big threats. And
and
this could maybe,
yeah, the shift value is so good, right? Because
yeah.
it's not punishing you. It's not like shift two where you have to play the character on two and then shift it next turn and lose that value. This is specifically it wants you to go turn one, turn two, shift turn three. That is exactly what the card wants to do. And when you look at it like this, when this is down on turn three with rush, because it's getting the shift, like shift is
Hmm.
basically the same as rush, as long as you don't play it at the same turn. Um, this with rush as a 6/5, if this was a 3 cost 6/5 with rush that says when you challenge, remove one law, game one law, everybody would be playing it.
Hmm.
Now, if you had that same characteristic I've just described, but it said discard a card on play, I still think people would be playing it.
It has potential. It really does, and I really like it. Like, but it might be the that we like the lifesteal mechanic, but it's cool.
I'm
This one
definitely
is
definitely
new.
biased.
This one is completely new. Ah, this is new one for me. Okay, boost 2 for 1, 0 free. Yeah, it's a free. Nah. Like the first reaction, it's bad, but in the end, it's like Bell on turn 1 when you don't play anything on turn 2. Do we really
Worse,
need this?
it's worse than Bell because Bell is. Are you talking about the 3/3 Bell?
Yeah, the free Bell.
But
So
the
it's like
3/3
just
Bell,
bit
you play.
statistic.
Yeah, because the 3/3 Bell, you play Port Skull, you draw the card,
Yeah.
place it, pop it, do the Town Tour shenanigans. This isn't doing anything by itself. Um, okay, you can argue that playing this on one, boosting it on two makes it very nice if you miss the two drop. So it adds more avenues in there where you don't get as punished by the mulligan as much. So if you see this, you see a hand and you've got like a load of horsemen's and other 3 drops and 4 drops and stuff, you don't lose out on the curve from playing this card. But outside of that scenario, I don't think the card's good. It's in most cases it's 0/3. You're pretty much never going to boost it if you're playing out on curve because it's always better to put something else on the field than it is to boost. Unless it's a game breaking ability like Cheshire Cat.
So, I really do like it in purple red when you can play it like if you decide to go 10 drops and you play like 4 off and 4 off and you can play this like 2 off
Mm.
because it's flexible. You can play it 0 free, you can just quest with it without boosting. Like you played something that doesn't have free attack, sure, I will just gain 1 lore, gain 2 lore, that's fine. Oh, I'm missing on my curve, sure, I will just boost it, or there's some threat that I need to remove, okay, cool. But if you take it just without the boost, like 0 free, and you are playing like Lumiere, you are playing like Horseman and stuff like that, and you have like 1 drop that can be good or can have its attack boosted. It's not that like unreasonable to play this one.
So the comparison I'm thinking of is the red purple is already playing the Tinkerbell, which is the 3-1. And obviously
Yes.
with it being one willpower, it banishes itself whenever it challenges into anything that isn't a zero strength. And so the extra 2 willpower might play a part in this, but I don't think this color, ruby specifically, can afford to take the gas off as much as boost requires, especially at boost 2. If this was a boost 1, I'd have to reevaluate the card again. But at boost 2, this is very, very taxing. Effectively, you're paying 3 mana, or sorry, 3 ink for it to become a 3/3, when most 3 ink cards in the game at the minute are like 4/4s that do something.
It's definitely
Or they have
interesting.
some.
I think that we might see that one, but on to your point, it's not really great, but I kind of like it. That's all. Ah, is this good? Is this evasive 5/5? So it's overstated and it's flying and it's uninkable. So this
Hmm.
basically removes anything. It removes Elsas. It removes genies. It's remove basically everything.
So I think yellow purple is going to be very, very popular in the next set. And this
Okay.
gets hit by both of their removal. It gets hit by the targeting evasive,
Okay. Okay.
and
Okay.
and it gets hit by World's Greatest Criminal Mind.
Yeah. Right.
So I and it doesn't replace itself like Genie does. So I think on that ability, I think it's going to get pushed out of the metagame. I do think the 5/5 stats are very relevant. Typically, when we see cards like this, we want them to be 4/5s, just because they've got like more safety that way. Like you don't want it to be 2, so it's not targeted by the ruby removal. You don't want it to be 5, so it's not targeted by the ember removal. Um, I think it's okay. I think it's an okay card that we will see some people put in red purple shells because it's another target for Dumbo. And if you're not playing against Amber, this can be very difficult to remove. Like Steel, the extra willpower there. So instead of it being a 4, it's a 5. It comes down the same turn. That could be really difficult for Steel to remove. Because typically, especially the current purple Steel list, they're like wanting to go turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're only playing one character a turn. So yeah, I can totally see this being good. But I don't think it's great.
If it was inkable, it would be one of the best cards in the game. I think if it was inkable,
It's
that would be amazing. Okay, this one is new. I think banish this character, banish chosen character.
I
So
hate this card.
it's okay. Sure, sure. I hate it too. The stats are so low, and no. This one is interesting. Whoa, we have card draw in red. Like no way we have this, and it's inkable, and it's sunk. It's so
I think
good.
this is insane. I
It's
think
so good.
this is insane. So if you're playing like red purple, you can go Rafiki turn 1, then you can go power line turn 2, and then you can challenge on their turn, make the Rafiki banish itself, sing this with the power line, and draw 2
Yeah.
cards. And it's
All
great.
right.
And
Right. There is a power line that's singer. Oh my god, it's so
Singapore.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is exactly what Red needed. Like it
Yeah.
needed
Exactly.
cardinal. We've been saying it for ages. It needs to not be attached to a different color. I'm really, really happy to see this. And it's so thematic because it requires cards to be banished. It's not just a
Yeah.
draw
Right.
two, it has a
Right.
condition. It's a song, which I love. They brought the singer mechanic in for Ruby and then basically did nothing with it. We're starting to see that change. If we see more cards like this in the future, Ruby could become a very competitive color. But I think this is an amazing card.
So it actually just this one card can enable Steel Ruby. Just
Hmm.
this one card. Because Steel Ruby was kinda there, but it was dead on draw. Like you cannot do anything because you died on draw. So this one might enable the whole archetype, and I love you that you pointed out the power line. It's so good. Like just looking at this card, kind of makes me want to play red purple
Yeah.
somehow differently because like of course it's purple, you have card draw somewhere else, but it it's It's 10 out of 10. I love it.
Mm,
Okay.
agreed.
Grab your bow. Banish up to chosen character with 2 or less. So this is dual brawl. That's
Yes,
uninkable.
but
That's a
it's
song. Okay.
yeah. So it being a song does make this better. I'm going to say this tentatively because the metagame can change depending on what sets get released. Obviously, we have 2 more rotations that this can be in now because of the time it's been released. But 5 cost songs are really difficult for Ruby to sing unless they're in a full control package because most of the characters you play historically have been 4 costed.
Sure. And the only thing I'm thinking about is Infinity with Maui.
Mm.
Like, even if we return to the duck, like this one, this can sing it. You can like rush it. Like it's very good anti-aggro card, right? So if there is a blue red and it just needs to defend itself against the aggro or something like that, I think this will be played. But you have to solve so many things. You have to solve like who's gonna sing it, how
It
many,
completely It
yeah,
completely depends on what the metagame looks like.
yeah.
If we see a ton of aggro, this card is going to be amazing. If we see basically no aggro in the format, this card is going to be terrible. In decks like yellow purple, if they get rid of the 2 cost attacks, which they totally can because they have good cards coming through, and things like green blue, this isn't targeting anything. So it's just, and it doesn't even draw and replace itself. So it's a dead card that sits in your hand and doesn't do anything. This card is entirely dependent on what everyone else is playing.
Mm, right. But it's good that we have this in the game.
Yes.
Banish. Oh, this one was my friend Kupko was telling me as a combo with the Ralph, with the 7 cost like the board wipe.
Okay. So let's consider that. The
Okay.
Lonely Grove, you have to play the item, which is one card. You have to play the card that it needs the boost target for, which is the second card, and then you have to play the card that it's going to banish, which is the third card.
And
So
that's
what
a
you're telling
song.
me there, yeah. So what you're telling me there is that you need a 3 card combo to do something amazing with a character that gets boost. When green just has a card that says every time you boost, just put another card under it.
Right.
Um,
Wait, what was the association with the Donald? Didn't catch that one.
So this card is not really doing anything, I think, because you have to tap this card to banish chosen character of yours to put a top card of your
Look,
deck face down
I
onto.
okay, I got it, but um, I only look at this card for the first sentence. Banish chosen character of yours. That's it. I didn't even read the end of the card. Because so
Okay,
basically what this does is you play it during the game, you sing, let it sit, and then you play the Ralph, you sing a song that will give him +5 attack and you will kill the Ralph. That's it. So it's basically there to banish your own Ralph on demand. That's the whole combo. I don't give a damn about boost.
right. Uh, yeah, I guess I think it's terrible.
It is terrible. It's so terrible. I mean, we have cards like this, and I don't even want to read it because it's so terrible bad.
How the
Whenever
heck do
you,
I'm gonna have to turn my head sideways.
yeah, whenever you move a character here, put the top card of your deck under this location. So you boost this location whenever you move a character. At the start of your turn, you may put all cards from under this location into your hand. So you have to move their multiple characters for one, so that way you boost this, and it has to live until the next turn.
Wait. So I don't hate this card. So I'm reading it. We've just said that Ruby doesn't get much card draw. This is card draw. It's very conditional card draw. It's very easy to change and like stop from working. But 8 willpower is a very relevant stat. What this says is for every character on the field, you get to pay 1, and if this survives till the start of your next
Mm-hmm.
turn, you draw a card. So this
Mm-hmm.
becomes pay 1, draw a card.
I see it, and I have one up. if you are playing Ruby Steel, right? It always was the situation.
You
See, you
play,
got it.
yeah,
You could, yeah,
you play
yeah.
the new action that makes it so it can't be challenged, and then this makes it so that you always have it. You stick everything into location, you leave it untapped, you make it so it can't be challenged. It sits there. Next turn, you draw 5 cards. You're winning. You just play it all
Okay,
out, and you go, yeah,
that's a little bit Disneyland. But the thought that I had is like in a challenge-based deck, there is also always the issue that okay, I'm just not gonna exert my characters because you win by challenging, and I'm just not gonna give you the opportunity. But if you slam this, you move everything there. Your opponent has to exert the characters. Okay, you killed my location, but now you have exerted characters, and I'm gonna do all my challenge shenanigans. So you are right. It's probably not good, but it's interesting.
yeah. I like my idea of like making it untargetable and
Okay,
drawing
sure,
stuff
sure.
up.
How much mana that cost?
The action, I believe, is one.
Okay, okay, for one, that's. But still, you have to play this for four. You have to for one mana to make it invulnerable, and then you have to spend your mana to move your guys. So it's like for what 10 mana combo? No,
Yeah,
like
it's fine.
seven.
We can do all of this after we've just wrapped the board. It's fine.
Okay, right, right. But we are we are supposed to get some board wipes, so maybe. Whenever character hero challenges another character, gain one lore. Nah, whatever. This one. Do you know the drinking game? Every time somebody asks if that's a misprint, so because they are linked together, we cannot see it there, but they're supposed to be like the no border on the side because those kangaroos are linked. So just prepare for everybody spamming on Facebook and other groups. Oh my god, I pulled a misprint.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen it. All
Okay.
right, so evaluating the cards. When this character exerts, you can put a face down card. Put this character face down. I misread that. So you have
Yes, so you
to,
it's a boost.
but
It's a
this
boost.
is worse.
It's good, it's good. Look, Simba. Simba for 7 mana who has boost free. You have this stupid kangaroo and you just tap him and you basically save yourself a free mana for boost. And imagine if there is a card that boosts for like 5 or something like that.
Yeah, and then also imagine that you potentially like get this character from the top.
Right, so I went a little bit crazy. But it's not complete garbage. It will have some usages and if it's needed.
It's it's not complete garbage, and blue, depending which blue version you're playing, like if you're playing red blue, I don't know many red cards that are using boost at the minute, because I'll be honest, outside of the review that we're doing with you, I haven't really been looking at many of the spoilers. However, I, I know from the previous set there weren't a ton of great cards that had boost that had like these game-changing abilities. And the ones that did were usually so cheap anyway that you didn't need to play a card like this.
Yeah, in my mind it's only the Simba.
Yeah.
Like the boost free Simba, very expensive. And this one, if she's boosted, she quests for free. Cool. So you just have a small kangaroo, just stuff it in the big kangaroo, and it's stronger. So,
I mean,
right.
it's nice narratively.
All right.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
that.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So we have Piglet, we have Big Mickey Mouse, Small Minnie Mouse, sure. And we talk about this one. This is not something new. Oh, this one is new. Right. Have you seen this one?
Hmm.
So it's like as every Tamatoa ever, it's like combo, I win the game. So basically, when you boost, whenever you put a card under one of your characters' location, this character gets +1 lore. And it has ward and it has boost. So basically, with the kangaroo, you can just give it +1 lore for free.
So I've heard some people talking about potentially making like a green blue list that uses a lot of cards. the manipulate boost or expand boost in some way, but also like the medallion medal that makes it so something quests for more. The
Mm-hmm.
very big thing about Tamatoa is that he has ward.
Yeah,
He's a
right.
6/6 with ward, so he's really difficult to touch, and you can potentially just do like a quest for a lot and try and build a combo deck.
So there is the
So like
OTK with this one, if you know the Scrooge.
so when you play this character, you might put a card to the top of your deck face down under each of your other characters. If you do, the game warns will start next turn. So the second bit's irrelevant, but when you play
Yeah.
this character,
So if you have very wide board, let's say 5 characters, and you
mm.
have the Tamatoa, and you play this one, you boost every one of them, and Tamatoa quest for like 7, 6.
Mm.
So like that's interesting, and definitely there might be some possibility, and it all will be a deck building restriction. Like if you choose that I'm gonna break green blue in a way that nobody thought about, and I'm gonna play boost, then yes.
But we've seen things like this before in green blue with like the blue that untaps itself when
Oh
you
no,
play
that was
certain actions.
horrible.
Yeah, it's these type of combo decks have never really worked, with the exception of Sans yellow purple monster OTK. And the reason why that specifically works is because the combos
It's
are really
very
nice in
easy.
single cells. Yeah, but this card requires a lot of setup, and you're going to be doing basically nothing for most of the game to make this work, just on
Mm.
the sheer fact of how many cards you're going to need to make it work. And we've already spoken about, like in the last episode, that aggro looks like it's going to be a very good deck this set. And most of the times, before you even get this on the field, you're already going to lost those matchups. Green blue can just board wipe you with Philip. That I don't see this ever being played. It has the interactions worth mentioning, but I don't think it's good.
I agree with you. Absolutely agree with you. But it's very cool that we have this card because it will, like, some people will want to build something around it, and the game still should be that you explore and that you build and you are trying a lot of ideas. Of course, this probably will not work, but why not give people an opportunity to figure it out that it will not work?
Mm.
So just quickly, because we are recording for over 42 minutes, just if there is something interesting. This one is just very flavorful. Like, it's the
Yeah,
Timmy,
it's okay.
Tiny Tim Scratch,
It,
and it's basically Scepter of Arundel, but at least it makes sense why it gives support. All these cards are absolutely horrible, the blue ones, and the steel, to be honest, I hate steel. Find somebody else that will review the steel cards. Maybe Atlantine on their podcast will do it. Uh, Tell Justice that I say hi to review the steel cards for me. Anyways, thank you all for watching. This will be all. And if you still want more Lorcana, go check Atlantine new podcast, which is
Alcada Llama, it debuts every Friday, so you can patch us there on YouTube.
cool, cool. So thank you very much, Atlantine, for joining, and I hope you had some fun. And everybody watching had some fun. So thank you.
Thanks,
And that
guys.
will be
Bye.
all. Ciao.